this year, which is compromised of the last 2 years entries, we had 29 films which shortlisted. Was 29 films. Me and the juries, which is comprised of number 1, Tikoy from Philippines, Rudi from Indonesia, and there's Mati Do from Laos, and Alon Jalado from France. So 5 of us filtered down to take 5 films for every category. So basically, just now what you saw is the final shortlisted films for each category. Plus, there's a 4 jury awards. Well, I think quality is very abstract. Quality is very abstract things to talk. But I think one thing which be good about is a lot of films are well-made films, and it really represents the ASEAN shows ASEAN's character or ASEAN's landscape of feelings, whatever. So it represented by each country. So I think the only country is not in nothing is Timor-Leste, I think. Yeah, that is not in. But all the countries of ASEAN are invited. Yeah. And the jury is interesting, made of 4 from ASEAN plus 1 international jury, which I know personally are very articulate in knowing ASEAN cinema. Well, for me as a cinemaphile, I always enjoy watching film, but I hate the hard part is to decide or to compare or to decide which is a better film. So like every 2 years, things of course are more difficult, because it's very difficult to say we decide, because all of them are well made. So it's not getting harder. Just it's always hard. It's always hard to decide to put it down to the 5 last films. But it's better just to watch the film. Then you all are lucky. You have to decide. You all just watch. It's better to watch than to judge, I think. True. Yeah, I think it's very, very important to have the festival like this, because we try to emphasize films that talk about us, tell the story how we tell stories, because we have our own ways of telling story. We have our own ways of expressing our feelings, and although all feelings are universal, but we manifest it from different countries by different ways. But the interesting thing about ASEAN films, that when you watch them all as a body, there are a lot of difference, but if you pull it down, it goes to there's a thread of similarity. I think maybe the food where we eat, probably. The food is very important.
No, I'm very familiar with all the cinematography in this part of Asia, ASEAN countries, that have done a lot in Nantes to promote a good film coming from Thailand, from Philippines, since a long time. That means, for me, it's good to have this event. We have seen 29 films. That's quite a good number, and it was not so easy, effectively, about the nomination, and also about the award, but will be announced later. Okay, but no, I can see that some cinematography, for Indonesia, for example, they have make a lot of progress. They are much better. They can compete with European film or American film. No, not a problem. Now the level is very high. The quality is high. Same thing in Thailand, but we have received only 1 film. Bon, it's difficult to have a judgment about what is going on in Thailand. But generally, I was also surprised to to see new film coming from Brunei, coming from Laos, Myanmar, and Philippines. Of course, there is a lot of very good films in a long time. That is not new. But some countries, they are Vietnam, they produce a lot of quite good films. Only Cambodia was not so good, but Myanmar.
It's a new cinema-making country.
No, Myanmar, they are make a lot of progress because in the past I've been there a long time ago. I want to make a retrospective of film in Myanmar, but at this time the quality was very poor.